Oh, I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
Oh, she is not the concern, Watson.
Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who, are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job. But this time, he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself. What do you mean, sir?
Nothing. I was digressing. Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street. The first floor, door E.
Рыбочки.
It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Это не комп.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful. Brave Toby. The best known.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
Я не с компа стримлю.
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk.
Sorry, I'm working. I can't.
смысле как? Напрямую. Так, Дорсет-стрит. Е12. Е12, блядь. Как это ты не видел, что я первый раз стримлю или что? Вот 12. АБЦ. Е. Подключаешь микрофон к геймпаду и стримишь. Все изи.
"'Tis our home, Mr. Holmes. Please, sir, find my father. Please."
So that's why you came to see me. Tom probably read.
Свечка мне пригодится, я знаю.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Дискорд геймпада нет, конечно. Не, можно, конечно, там этот... Ну, это, короче, надо заморачиваться.
It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup, a clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills.
Так.
Hurst covered his bills ahead of time, thus providing Tom with security and sustenance.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Так. Да я часть не помню. Так, 12.
Glue. Probably taken from a wall. Glue.
Так, дом. Да, это Шерлок. Чё, не похож? Значит, хорошо замаскировался.
It's too dark. I can't...
Шерлок это в маскировке.
A leather satchel, what's in it? Just some old things. The old Tabard pub, North Street.
Так. Так, в предыдущей части тоже можно было маскироваться. Но пару заданий там даже тоже я в моряка переодевался. Это вообще было обязательно. Так. И этот, сука, гребаный бар. Ну, тут такая вот часть посложнее будет. Тут вот и по улицам можно побегать. Велосипед нельзя украсть, ладно.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me.
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
Ах ты велик. Конечно же для Додона. Табак, пап.
There's nobody at home.
Ну, а где пап? А вот. Блять, не, это лаки-бар какой-то. Есть карта? Нет тут карты, блядь. Дамет стрит. Сверни, так удобнее.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't know, car was just fucking
Everybody.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin! Cabbage! Cheap!
Блин, в предыдущей части там маленькие локации были. 3 двери, блять, и все. Он пиздец уже пол Лондона оббегал. Так, а там вроде какие-то бухари. Да, да. Это 16-го года. Это было 14-го. Так, есть у меня одна идея. Да что-то я куда-то, блядь, не туда зашел уже. Так, на этой улице ж где-то был, блядь. Нет, не тут. Так. 12-13. Так, 12-13, да, вот тут. Что-то я тупанул, вот же этот ебаный паб, блять. Я его тупо пропустил. Я в паб ищу. Ну, заходи, сука.
I need to Earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
Ну ладно, я сильно искать не буду, я знаю, что вот этот клоун.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Почему? А, так нельзя сразу, да? Ну ладно.
No. That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
Окей.
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson.
The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
Угу, объясню. Его. Не тот.
It's not him.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
Так, борода бакенбарды пьет воду.
This must be the man that I'm looking for.
Ретро-паб, да. Перемотка есть.
Interesting. Missing person. I should find out more.
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
I don't know, God, with this fucking everybody. I don't take a photo.
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
У Крашера там видео какое-то отвечает Додония против фантомчиков.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheek.
Опа, менты.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what.
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the sewers. He's only 7.
Я буду глянуть,
What
что
are you
там.
waiting for?
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Take a brush and get in there.
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Stop crying and get to work.
Please, you don't have to beat him. I'll do it. I'll clean the chimney.
Go on then. Go on then.
Ну. Да пиздец, блядь, так и сдохнуть можно. Бля, чуть не сдох.
He's still here. That's a relief.
Так. Как будто линия так не очевидно, даже сам так. Привет, Крашер, здорово. Ля. Интересно, а как на клаве, если в это играть, что там надо жать? Тут я стиками типа рулю, а как на клаве? Мышкой, что ли?
Tom.
Не, ну двумя кнопками. Смотри, в левом кругу я левым стиком кручу, в правом кругу я правым стиком кручу, а мышка-то одна.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
Oi, what are you doing in my garden?
Look at that crawling rat.
Hey Jim, can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes. It's dirty. I should use a damp cloth. Hurry up! Now this shoe needs some polish.
Did you fall asleep?
Now this shoe needs some polish.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm still learning.
Да ладно. Хуёвый из меня чистильщик.
At last the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm praying it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now. I've lost him.
Да ладно, блин.
I can't lose him now. Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
Да я говорю, тут, блин, это... Тут даже портрет, когда составляешь, то и было там неправильно, ну, то есть, типа, просто. А тут я еще выбор даю, типа, либо то, либо то. Вот выбрал неправильно, у тебя вот неполный портрет, и переиграть уже нельзя.
Ah, coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Да все лучше, чем резик. Ага. Блять, банить начну всех, блять, за резик. Ну про 8 можете писать, что хотите. За остальные части начну банить сразу.
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
Так, ладно, пойду поменяю прикид. Все, похож на Шерлока. Так. Так, ботаника. Что тут? Сука. Ну, знаки и символы. А вот, королевские поставщики картофеля. Нет? А вот, английские гербы, тьфу, блядь. Так, герб семьи Марш.
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
We'll see. If you behave.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
Так, лорду Маршу. Улики, герб. Хуерб, листовка, хуёвка. Так. И что там по ссылке?
Обе хуйни такие, что я, блядь, ебал ее маму рот.
Да, что-то хуйня, что это хуйня. Так, до марша. Как приятно, ничего не тормозит в карете этой гребаной, блядь. Хотя хуй. Она поддергивает.
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father.
А как ты открыл и посмотрел то видео с консоли? А как ты открыл и посмотрел то видео с консоли? А как ты открыл и посмотрел то видео с консоли? А как ты открыл и посмотрел то видео с консоли? Ладно, хватит.
Father, you owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
А вообще на как что было? Ты не понял, да? Это телефон был. А вообще на консоли есть YouTube, есть Twitch. Все есть, если чё. Дискорда еще нету. Но скоро будет, говорят. Sony ж купили Discord там или что там такое.
Come in, please.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Нахуй не Ватсона поменяли. Вот, кстати. Вот красные глаза. Я должен решить, почему у него красные глаза, блять. И переиграть уже нельзя будет. Почему у него красные глаза? Плохо себя чувствует, наверное, да? Да, Килькина сменили в игре, Ватсон другой реально. Болен. Ну, болен, наверное. Так. А вон более утоляющие, кстати. Доктор Леонид. Нет, от вас он какой-то помоложе. Это скорее то был доктор Леонид. Так, что это он читает? Рецепт блюда. Это я ебу, шо там, блядь. Лорд Марш, Remind, Лорд. Напомнить. Да, это помощник, окей. Так, герб. Член охотничьего клуба. Доктор. А еще не все. Состоятельный, а ну подтвердить. Во, вот тут я все чудненько сделал. Рубен Фишер. Личный врач. Вот доктор Рыбочкин. Фиш, это ж рыба, блядь. 25 лет, Рыбочкин, сколько тебе, кстати? 25, да? Так, лорд Марш. Ну... Ну, в 25 будешь не Рыбочкин, а Фишер будешь. Так, обезболивающий.
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Для доктора мало, ну, тут таки написано, что слишком молодой и уже доктор, блядь, влиятельного лорда, так что, блядь, вот.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes, but also insight, and Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh, you're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
Представляешь, если Килькин приедет к пациенту, они начнут ссоры играть. Так. Доктор Фиша. Ой, а то вот этот педик тоже, кстати, вот приклеил себе бакенбарды, блядь.
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm intrigued by the special education program. I'm intrigued by the special education program.
It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Жека, привет. Сколько эта часть весит? Да я ебу, сука, на вес. Это не комп. Я не с компа играю.
I've never heard of this man. 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 John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Купил Crash Nitro и Infamous. Infamous какую, там же их несколько частей. Так. Это пока, наверное, нельзя.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
I'm gratified.
I'm intrigued.
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord. It's shut tight. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Workhouse. Humanitarian aid for an orphanage. It's extremely honourable. Bags full of food.
Тащу, а ты как там затащил?
It's shut tight. It's closed.
Так. Спросить.
I'm gratified. Lord Marsh believes...
I'm intrigued by this.
Ну, блять, а у кого спросить? В газетах почитать. Ебать, тут загрузки, конечно, пиздец. И да, сука, нахуй, блять, можно материться, блять, а не так, как, сука, блять. Сегодня весь стрим меня YouTube вырезал, нахуй, все мои сообщения, пидор ебаный. Шо, не?
My archive. Kate wouldn't like it if I entered her room without her knowledge.
Holmes.
Бля, я думал...
Brave Toby.
А ну что тут? Не, нельзя посмотреть. А, бля, говорил о ней своему сыну. Бля, я туплю уже. Вот. Сюда. А у рук насмотрелся резика и спит. Потому что ему с утра идти на работу, где работают люди, у которых мышцы меньше, чем у бабы из игры. Ух ты, а что это?
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. A ramrod to clean a rifle. Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. This oil can also be used on weapons. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle.
Кинг, тащи Шерлока на Дэнди. Да, там даже перевод есть. Масло.
This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Так, ага, можно сразу. Один удар. Так это мы играли в ту версию с одним ударом. Так. Чё, Текен мы играли? Я с ним играл в Текен. Это у него Текен на говнодафине не пошел. Он же даже на турнир Джексону хотел записаться. У него, я же говорю, этот Яфин, блядь, не потянул. На нормальном эмуляторе я с ним играл. Так, Кара на Дэнди он есть. Да, Жарков, на Дэнди есть Шерлок. Даже с этим, с переводом. Так, армейский значок.
Here it is. Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
My archive.
I prefer to...
Держи ты своим лордом Маршем. Пошли к этому, блять. Я не думаю, что у него в его паке есть эта игра. Он скажет, что у него нет этой игры, и иди гуляй. Мне так кажется. Чемпион клуба зовет. Ну давай. Тащи.
Search, Toby, search.
Слышишь, а что-то эта собака-барабака хуево ищет. Шерлок на Денди, да легко. Так, а доктор Килькин остался в этом дома. Он же не приехал со мной. Блять, реально тут сложнее играть? Что это? Вот я нихуя не понимаю. В той части вот был такой вот след, по нему побежал и все. А тут чё? Раз. А не вот. Блять. Ну и погавка или шо, блядь? Тоби уже не тот, блядь. Ну, блядь, ну вот я пришел и шо. Собака у нас дверь теперь открывает. Давай, тащи. Так, что я уже заблудился. Дадон, дадон. Угу.
Pile of rubbish. Ordinary storage. Just rubbish.
Чё он сюда собаку не взял? О.
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
Так, вот это что-то новое. Это что-то как-то покруче, чем ломать. Крутить барабан, блять. Так, что ж тут делать? Угу.
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick.
А, сейчас. Ну-ка. Ладно, нихуя не понял. Ну и похуй, открыл.
This case must have been full of cartridges. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him. A map of Epping Forest. Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
Я на пенсии уже. Да, Дон слабак. Додя, тебе просто стримить уже нечего.
News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here? Так, здесь мне не скажут, блядь, где одеваться, какую-то хуйню.
Это одно дело ли? Не, это одно дело. Это тупо просто одно дело.
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom. The window is firmly shut.
Так. Ну, маленько. Так.
There's no space for this lockpick.
Почему хорошо, что не стал играть? Чем он тебе не нравится?
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Нихуя не понял.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
Ходить, бродить, очень много локаций, ну блин.
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Oh, well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
Понятно, что был пойман, блядь.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Что я должен был делать? Так, ищите четкий звук, чтобы подобрать верную комбинацию. Ну шо, сыграла? Как-то быстро. Или чемпион Клумов думал, что то случайность, вот опять понял, что шансов нету и убежал. Ну и как результат?
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
Ну, почему же? Ну, факт есть факт. Быстро вы сыграли, так что боев было максимум 5. То есть они все были в одни ворота, поэтому так быстро произошло. В чем я не прав? Переубеди меня.
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
Чего?
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You are going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
Проиграла, да. Ого, 7-2. Круто. Судя по тому, что ты проиграла Макуджином, это был последний бой, и он решил, типа, как победитель, блин, закончить поединок. Правильно я предполагаю? Почему же врет? Она выложит это видео. Так.
Holmes, come here. This is serious.
А, до 7. Ну ладно.
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope.
Впрочем, Макуджина не сменила, им победила. Ну, круто.
I need to take a sample of it using the glass rod. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette. Now, Let's examine the colored sample under the microscope.
Рыбочкин, чё? Штукарь поставил.
Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God.
Хоть этот чемпион клуба оказался, правда, чемпионом клубов. Да, кстати, много ж таких было, что там рассказывали. Да я там это, да я то, да я все. На деле вообще нули полные.
You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind.
Dracula.
I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
This is so romantic.
Так, архив.
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
Ботаника.
Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map. Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Let's see how long you can stay alive!
Чё? Фига себе, тут битва еще. Ну да, я говорю, это такой экшончик.
Is that your blood in the snow?
Курай, здорово. Ты еще какие-нибудь будешь 42 спидранить? Да, возможно. Почему бы и нет? Я вам за Blaze хотел поспидранить. Что-то там.
Where is he?
He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys! Find him! You scampering little rat! You're so slow! Hungry today! Ah! Don't worry, no one's going to find your body.
Бать тут так шон, блядь.
Where have you gone? I'm following your tracks.
Да, не стелс. Стелс, вернее, да.
He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
Жесть.
The Quartermain Club. This will help to... Someone's coming, I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging, you festering wretch.
Интересно, если видел картинки с задумки, там ржал даже рыжий друг, там есть и Тони. Уже забыл за этих кадров.
Prepare to meet your maker.
Угу. Все возможные улики. Все, да? Ну давай, блядь, на виселицу, сука. Теперь смотрим.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
Ох, ебать, блядь.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you have already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
Все правильно. Жесть, конечно. Посложнее уже.
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave. My bag with lawn bowls for the upcoming tournament. My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
Ебать, сука, чепуховцев. Реал чемпион. Жарков, кидай донат, блядь. Ты деньги выиграл.
Mr. Holmes, you played very well yesterday.
I'm obliged to you, Sir Charles. I play many outdoor sports. That's the key to my success. My friend Dr. Watson has decided to join me.
Really? Mr. Holmes, would you like to see the first prize? A rare stone Mayan Quiche calendar.
Mayan Quiche?
Indeed. Their legendary king, Tekun Uman, has his statue just behind you. Although this one is a cast metal copy.
That? Oh.
Well, since only members may enter the clubhouse, we have exhibited the calendar outside. Please, explore.
The statue of Tekun Uman.
Огр, это ж не май, это ацтеки, да, вроде были.
The first prize, the Mayan Quiche calendar.
It's a great final. Did you see the first prize?
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
Are you ready to begin the final game?
Нет.
I still need some time.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad you are my opponent for the final. People call me Arthur the Invincible. So I wish you good luck.
Так, ну шапку я явно не ту одел. Сука.
Arthur is in the final with you know who?
Один.
Sherlock Holmes. How exciting!
Сука, как гопник тут в этой кепке хожу, блядь.
What a beautiful day for November.
I'd like to win the Mayan calendar. It's a beautiful work of art.
Only club members have access.
So, are you ready now?
Ну да, наверное.
Let's start the final.
Да ну нахуй. Блядь. О, стой, 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 стой. Блядь. Блядь, все равно ближе. Ха-ха-ха, лошара. Да ты шо, бля, снайпер. В8 это как Сибирия. Да. Загадки, вся херня. Только с яблонским видом от первого лица. Ух ты, сука. Все равно нахуй. Че там, пушки секретные, 8, которые ебло монстрам отрывают. Да какие пушки, она там бегает на первой локации еще. Неплохо. Ну хуй. Ну. Странно, что Рук не знает, что такое DPI. Кстати, да. О, снайпер. О, нихуя себе, блядь. Тоже снайпер. Ебать, это он один закинул и победил меня.
Congratulations on your game, Mr. Holmes. Exceptional. The awards ceremony will be tomorrow morning. See you then to receive your prize of the calendar. I trust you will be there as well, Dr. Watson?
Unfortunately, I'll be unable to attend tomorrow. Duty calls.
Ah, what a pity.
Let's go home.
Так, искать в архиве. Он же только онлайн-шутеры играет. Ну да. Странно. Ебать тут загрузки, блять, пиздец.
Oh, Daddy!
Hello, Mr. Bouvier.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Well, Caitlin?
Your costume!
Oh, don't you like it?
Oh, I do!
Caitlin, come on. Show some respect for your father.
Оккультный символ. Уж он там на 800 варфейса тащил. Ну блин. Ну да, он тащер. Ты видела, как он в резике ебашил этих зомбаков, блять? Я пока прицелюсь, он там уже всех убивать успевал. Ну понятно, сука, блядь.
You know, Father, Miss Alice was telling me all about her travels. She has already toured the world with her own father.
Your daughter is exquisite.
And just to think that she was aboard the Orient Express when it was attacked. What a dream.
Indeed.
She's so creative and imaginative. And that reminds me, would you allow Caitlin to visit me so that she can practice playing the piano?
Почему? Отменить, сказать.
It's very kind of you, but I decided that Caitlin should stop playing the piano.
Oh, Father, why did you say that?
Caitlin, we are neighbours. We'll meet again. Until then, I shall leave you with this book.
Thank you, Miss Alice.
Вот так вот, неточный портрет персонажа. Wayface. Календарь мая.
That's not the one I need.
Блять.
Here it is.
The statue did it. It killed Zacharias.
Calm yourself now, Sir Charles. You've had a shock. Let the police do their duty.
What can a mere inspector like you do about it? You don't know anything.
A mere inspector? Phew. And now here comes Mr. Holmes.
Lestrade, are you here to receive a prize as well?
Very amusing, Holmes. You can go home. The ceremony's been cancelled. We've got a murder scene here.
Really? And to think I only came here for my prize.
I know, Holmes. I saw your name on the list of finalists. So go away.
You're not going to congratulate me?
What? Do you really think I'm that naive? You turning up out of the blue and then bam, a murder? There's a surprise.
Oh, you're making a spectacle of yourself, Lestrade. Let's just pretend that I am a simple consultant, your humble assistant.
Oh, all right then. A club member, Mr. Zacharias Greystoke, was killed at around 4 in the morning. There. Now, don't mess around.
I promise that I won't, Inspector. What do you make of the facts?
It's quite clear. The murderer intended to steal the Mayan calendar. He was caught by Zacharias Greystoke. He then took up the first weapon that came to hand, the statue's spear, and killed Greystoke. Then he fled, just as Sir Charles was coming out of the club. Unfortunately, we've been unable to find any trail beyond the club's wall. It's as if the murderer vanished into thin air. Well, take a look for yourself.
Did you search the clubhouse?
What for? The murder took place outside. You're still here?
I know.
At your service, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you, Mr. Holmes? Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Куда идёт мистер Холмс?
What did the police say? Do you know anything?
Sorry, так.
The surface is damaged. The iron mounting rod is broken. Traces of metal on stone. A piece of the statue's mounting rod. Pieces from the pedestal. The iron This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Dry leaves. They make a noise. Zacharias probably walked across them. The case is scratched and dented. Tissot watch, Swiss, 1855. This watch is valuable and old. It's been through a great deal. Zacharias' folder with some documents. These drawings represent the Mayan symbols. Money was left inside the wallet. All valuables were left on the victim. The strike was powerful and well aimed. If I believed Lestrade, this Mayan calendar was the reason behind the murder.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Sir Charles, are you able to tell me in detail what happened?
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Well, to prepare for the awards ceremony, I decided to spend the night here at the club. I was sitting alone at my desk when I suddenly heard a loud, metallic sound and a terrible shout. I hurried outside and I found the body of Zacharias. And I swear it, I saw the statue of Tekun Uman running away.
You saw the statue running?
It was dark, but yes, I'm sure of it. It was running, and it was making the most horrible metal sound as it did so. And can't you see, the pedestal is now empty.
Did you know the victim?
Yes, of course. It was Zacharias Greystoke. He was a club member, and an excellent bowler.
But why was he here so early in the morning?
Oh, I don't know.
Sir Charles, where did the Mayan calendar come from?
It was donated anonymously. We received it shortly before the tournament, with a letter asking that it be awarded to the winner.
Is the calendar valuable?
Not really. It has historical value, of course. But to be truthful with you, Mr. Holmes, it isn't worth very much.
May I go in the clubhouse?
It's members only. I cannot authorize anyone unless that person has a written warrant from the police.
Та-дон! И все не так.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Scratches on the stone.
Лол.
At your service.
A broken branch. Somebody jumped into the tree and then over the wall. And what about the statue?
No idea yet. I imagine the thief must have taken it somehow.
Right, so they were thieves, and they were very well equipped?
Yes, must have been. Then there's also Sir Charles's version, but...
Please, go on.
He said this morning that he was alone at his desk when he heard a shout. He went outside and saw Greystoke lying on the ground, and... Believe it or not, he said that there was no one else on the green that night but the statue itself running away.
You mean that the statue might have killed the victim? Interesting.
Absurd, more like. Besides, it was dark and foggy.
So, somewhat like your version, then.
Сейчас пойду, не переживай.
No, it wasn't like that. It looks as if Zacharias was killed the moment he approached the calendar, and killed by the spear from Tukunuman's statue that jumped from its stand and escaped over the wall.
Well, Holmes, your conclusions as my consultant?
My conclusions are approximate to Sir Charles's testimony.
Oh dear, you think the statue did it?
Everything points to the fact that the spear was thrown from the pedestal, and Mr. Greystoke appeared not to notice the killer.
Indeed. The journalists will be ecstatic about your version.
I would like to examine the victim and take a look at his belongings.
Oh, you've amused me at least, Mr. Holmes. Very well. I'll grant you authorization for the examination at Scotland Yard, but nothing more.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Watson. Lestrade already has the victim's body in the autopsy room.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes. I'm always ready to help anytime.
Can I help you, Mr. Holmes?
Tissot watch. This spear came from the statue on the pedestal. Money was left inside the wallet. An ordinary pencil. Zacharias. This is where the spear entered the body. The murderer aimed for the heart. These scars are old. It was a powerful throw. The spear pierced right through the body. The weapon must have been thrown by a strong and skilled person.
Traces of alcohol were found in the stomach. Apparently Zacharias had been drinking before his death. Red eye. It looks like a serious infection. The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage. I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
There's no need to disturb Lestrade for the time being.
Red eye. I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes.
This spear...
The coroner mentions in his report some specific cardiac and digestive system damage.
Биомутант, не знаю, все говорят, что говно какое-то. Так что кто стримит, пускай нахуй сам стримит его.
These scars are old.
Traces of alcohol.
Трогай спящего Яшу. Вот твоя Яша, блядь.
These scars are old. These scars are old.
Заебал этот Яша, блядь, что с ним не так? Хочешь подрочить на его член? Извращенец. Ну.
I'm always ready to help anytime, Holmes. Нахуй ты его приворачиваешь?
This is...
Ладно. Чё-то я реально заебался, надо идти спать. Ну что туда? Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.